Hello everybody, Rob here from Average Hobby, and today I got something delivered. Well, actually not today, but recently I got this delivered to me. This is the Space Marine Spearhead Force Christmas box set. That's right, this is the box set for the Space Marines for Christmas. So it's 15 Jump Marines, their captain, the ATV, and 3 bikes. Not so happy, too crazy about the bikes, but the ATV I am, because I wanted it in a package, and I love the Jump Marines. So, with that in mind, we're gonna open this box up. We're gonna take a look inside and look at the sprues and all that stuff that comes with it. And yeah, let's see. So first thing we want to do is we want to look at the back. Obviously, the back has the alternate builds. So we got our 15 Jump Pack Marines, aka the Jump Pack Intercessors. We have our 3 Outriders, aka Motorbike Marines. We have the Captain with Jump Pack with multiple different build options. Then we have the Invader ATV with, I think it's got 2 options. I think it's got a Melta and some sort of gun, it looks like. So what we're going to do is we're going to open her up. Take a look inside. Oh, okay. This is already different. I thought it was going to be like sprues and whatever, but it's actually a sleeve, which I don't have a problem with. Sleeves are actually not so bad. Let's double check to make sure there's nothing else in the box. There is not. Okay. So we've got the Outrider instruction manual. We have the ×3 Jump Pack Intercessors. We have the Invader ATV. And then last but not least, we've got the Captain with Jump Pack. So we're going to immediately go here. And with the fact that there's jump packs on here, I believe this is 5 jump... that's 5 Marines... This is 5 Marines, and this is 5 Marines as well. Put it all off to the side. I'm assuming this is the captain. Yes, it is. You have the option of either sword, chainsword, or fist. I might go with the fist, just because I think it's pointing. I'm not 100% sure on that. I'd have to double check. I'm going to assume with the wheels, this is the ATV, just with the way this sits and looks. Oh, interesting. So he has a backpack. Interesting. So that is the ATV. Then here, with something falling, is the Outriders. Okay. I've never put the motorcycles together, so wow. Sorry for the camera being a little wonky tonight. So we have our ATV, or motorcycle bases, and everyone else's. All right, so the ATV has no base. Okay, and then we got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 transfer sheets. So this is for the Assault Intercessor, or the Jump Pack Intercessors, and this is for what I'm going to assume is the captain. Okay. And there we go. That is everything that came in the box. So what we're going to do in the next part of the video, we'll have everything put together. Once everything's put together, I'll show you guys what it all looks like. And then in the third part, we'll have everyone all painted up. So we will be right back. And we're back. So here we go. They're all put together. Few things I wanted to mention now that since I got them together. Number one, it took me about 3 or 4 days to get everything put together. A couple things really struck out. Number one, the instructions were updated, I'm pretty sure, for these guys. The first thing it tells you to do in the new instructions is put together the jump packs for everybody. So that was pretty good. Number 2, they fixed the 2 errors where there were parts with no numbers. They fixed that. And there's another one where the number was just numbered wrong. Like it was missing one. So that wasn't so bad. Overall, pretty good. They went together just like the other ones did. I tweaked them a little bit. What I did was I put all the bodies together. I put all the legs, the bodies together, the jump packs I left off. Then what I did was I went in and put all the chain swords on randomly. I basically cut them all out of the sprue and put them on. Then I went through and put all the guns on, and there you go. Let's see, the only thing I think I had an issue with, really, is there's gaps I tried to fill with some sprue goo, which didn't really work. Here, let me try to get this turned a little bit better. So there's some gaps in here that kind of, there's gaps in here as well that I tried to fill. You actually see the gap there a lot better. And there's gaps along the side. Other than that, that was the only major issue I really had with this thing. I did have a broken part, which is the crossbar here. You can see where it snapped. You can see at least the flat, the kind of like right in there where it's a little shiny. That's where the glue was. Yeah, other than that, that's the only major issues I had with the ATV. The captain with the power glove kind of looks a little lame, actually. I gotta admit, I kind of regret putting the fist on there a little bit, but I'll keep it on there anyways. No big deal. The bikes, oh my gosh. Okay, so they're easy to put together, but they don't fit together properly. So I'll show you this one first, which was the only one that actually went together properly. For the most part. So you can see the gap right in here. I dry fit. It fit fine. I glued it in. I went to go put it in and glued it, and it didn't fit fine. Not a fan of the mufflers. I glued them on, but they were kind of bouncy on the frame. I assume they're supposed to be glued on. This guy, you can see, there's the gap. No matter how hard I tried, I could not get that to line up. And you'll see actually how bad it is on the next one. Other than that, this guy was actually pretty okay. That was the only issue I had with this one. But this one, the guy I guess is supposed to be the captain or the sergeant. Look at that gap. And even the panels don't line up. They're lined in. They're in properly. It just, for some reason, it just wouldn't close. I don't know whether it was just the parts there didn't mold properly or what, but that was the major problem I had, was just those bikes. Everything else went fine. Like I said, there's a couple gaps here. Sprue goo fixed that. But let's look at the spare parts. So for the captain, here are the spare parts, and I just turned that light off, and I shouldn't have. There we go. So all it is basically just the secondary weapon options and the screamy face, and then the chainsword. For the bikes, there's, well, here we go. No spare bits whatsoever. For the ATV, the only spare parts were for the Melta. That was it. For the Marines. Now here obviously is where we get a lot of spare parts. So here are the sprues for the bodies and the arms, for the most part, excluding the sergeants. So you get some extra arms here and there. And mostly just the same thing. Arms for extra arms. because you're able to swap out plasma on 3 of the guys, technically. And there. So they also give you the ability to make the sergeants just normal, which to me is perfectly fine. That's not a big deal. For the sergeants themselves, obviously, spare helmets, purity seals, tassels, and the exact same thing for this one. So yeah, lots of bits, lots of extra bits. I did learn today, because I was trying to put my Ravager right arms onto these guys, and they unfortunately don't have this right size pauldron. The pauldron's bigger on the Ravagers, and you can't get the main normal Space Marine pauldron over the shoulder. So I shouldn't say pauldron, the shoulder, whatever the shoulder is. But yeah, so there they are, all put together. So in the next part of the video, I'll have everyone painted up, and yeah, I'll talk about how easy or hard it was to paint these guys up. Just as a heads up, they will be painted with Army Painter Fanatic for the most part. There'll be a little bit of Army Painter Speed Paint mixed in here and there, just for a little griminess, things like that. And I'm probably going to not have any of the bases done. So bases are going to be done on their own. But yeah, with that in mind, I will be right back. And we're back. So here we go. They're all painted up. Overall, pretty easy to paint, to be honest with you. I mean, they're Ultramarines, right? So you're going blue, gold, black, insert other colors. Yeah, pretty good. A couple things that kind of did stick out to me that I did this time. I'll show you the ATV. I did some weathering, which you can't really see. You can see the silver, but you can't really see the blue. I did the new Army Painter Rust effect, and it looks really good. Did a little bit of it here as well. Did some of the silver as well for chipping. Overall, yeah, pretty good. These things were painted 100% with Fanatic, and, well, let me phrase this, 100% with Army Painter. They were done with speed paints as washes, and then they were done as regular Fanatic, or regular acrylics, as the primary for the majority of stuff. Once again, I did the blood effects on the weapons, and it looks pretty good. This is just the true blood. I'm waiting for the 20th, when I can do the dry blood, do the 2 different types of rust, and really get at that. Yeah, overall pretty good, pretty easy to paint, just a lot to paint. If you were to be doing all this, I like to say, I broke things up into several painting sessions. So in one painting session, I did the bikes. Another painting session, I did the ATV. Another painting session, I did 8 of the regular jump troops, intercessors. Then in the next one, I did all the guys with plasma. And then after that, I did all 3 of the guys in charge, the sergeants, and then I did the captain. Overall, yeah, easy to paint. Nothing too crazy. Like I said, 100% done with Army Painter. So we did the Fanatic and the speed paints and the airs. Obviously, we did the airs. We did the 3 triads, which I think I might be knocking the triads out, to be honest with you. I don't know whether I will be continuing with the triads or not. I also did try to do a green fluorescent in the eyes using Army Painter Air Fluorescence, and it doesn't come out that great after you do the wash. So what I'm hoping I can do, or what I'm going to do in the future, is do a white, get the Army Painter matte white or airbrush white, put it in the eyes, let it dry, maybe do 2 coats of the air white, because you can just tap it, right, and it'll run into the recesses, because it's already pretty thin. I might add a little bit of thinner to it, but then, you know, just kind of thin it just a little bit, and then do a drop into the eyes, let it dry, do a second drop if I have to, get a nice little coat, and then hit it with the fluorescence. After I've done the wash to the entire model. That was my mistake. I did the white, then I did the fluorescent to the eyes, and then I hit it with a wash. So that's my bad. I will say the new metallics are looking really nice on the jump packs here in the back. You get like a nice little bronzy and silver on the exhaust ports here. The silver comes out if you're looking straight on, but then the darker bronze comes out on the angles a little bit better, which I like. Yeah, I'm looking forward to trying the effects paints a little bit better on these guys. So you got the two different types of bloods. I'm really looking forward to those. As I look at the cut that I have on my leg, I was cleaning my backyard and I sliced my leg open up against a tree branch. So I have a nice big scrape with a whole bunch of blood coming out of it. And nothing bad, nothing crazy, just kind of itchy actually. But overall, yeah, pretty easy to paint, pretty fun to paint actually. Especially with the new paints, trying new things. These guys' bases weren't done because I'm still working on my recipes for my Space Marines. So I don't want to have them sitting in, stripper, or what I use as stripper, and waste my, my basing material. I did the captain just because I wanted to do the captain, and have the captain look really nice. So, I mean, come on. The eyes aren't as green as I wanted them to, but what are you going to do? What are you going to do? But yeah, so there we go. The Christmas box set for the Space Marines. Almost in time for the announcement of the next box set for Christmas. This year I did the Space Marine box set and the Tyranids box set. Hopefully there's an Imperial Guard or maybe even a Custodes one or a Grey Knights one or an Intel one next Christmas. I'll do 2 of those. But with that in mind, though, thanks for watching. Really appreciate you. You could have been watching anything, but you were watching this. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And I will see you in the next unboxing and review. Bye-bye.